In this video, I'll show you how to use Canva as a beginner. Canva is a free online image editor that I really like because it has huge selection of templates for pretty much anything design related. That includes websites, Instagram, business cards, infographics, book covers, and so on. Canva comes with an extensive free plan, so it's super easy to get started with. A bit like your first bike ride. Oh yeah.
Tips with Punch.
Hello internet people, my name is Robert and on this channel I help website owners to run and grow their online business with digital strategy tips, web tutorials and tool reviews. So let's dive into Canva. Head to the description of this video and click on the first link. Alright, this is the Canva homepage, and obviously if you don't have an account, just create one by clicking on this button, sign up. Then you can sign up with email, just add your email, password and name. Super simple. I already have an account, so I'm just gonna log in. Now what's great about Canva is it comes with these templates, and you can basically use these templates to create posters, infographics, flyers, logos, Instagram posts and so on. You can create static images and videos with Canva, and this is where the power lies. You have hundreds of templates like this one. So let's say, I don't know, we want to create an infographic. So I'm going to select infographic, and this will open up a new page. And this is where all the magic happens. This is where you're going to update everything. If for some reason you don't want to use template, you just go back to your home page and you can create a design here at the top. You just need to select the size, or you can also create your custom size by clicking on this button, and then it really can create the size you want. You can also edit a photo if that's what you want. If it's just like an Instagram photo where you want to add the photo plus text, then that's also possible, no problem at all. But let's say for this tutorial, we're just going to create a very simple infographic. What you see here is the main area, and the templates live here in this tab. And you can select any template from here. Let's say I like this one. It doesn't matter. If I click on it, it will appear on our canvas. And on this canvas, we're able to basically edit anything. If I click on it and double click on it, I'm able to remove this text and add my own text like this. But before going into the Canva in more depth, let's take a look what you have here on the left. So you have the templates, you have elements. So these are like things you can add to the page, not only photos, videos, but also just graphics and lines and shapes. Then you can also upload your own images, videos, or audio if you want to. And then you have the text section, and the text comes with their own templates as well. You can see you can choose this kind of text or this or that or that. Or there's like hundreds of them. And most of these come with a free plan. There's more section here, but in most cases you will not need. And once you get a bit more accustomed to Canva, you can take a look. But for now, you're not going to need for this tutorial. So since we have now a selected template here, let's take a look at what we can do here. I can just zoom in by using this one here, by adjusting the percentages here, and then with my scroll wheel I can go up and down obviously. And here at the top you'll be able to give a name to this infographic. It actually just takes the first text you start typing, it uses that as the default, but you can change it here at the top. So now let's get to know how to use the text. So text, as I mentioned, is super easy. If you click on it, you can change it. And then here you have at the top more options to customize it. So for example, if you don't like this font, you can change it. You can change the size, you can change the color, make it bold and so on. There's some basic stuff that you're probably already aware of. You can also add effects. So if you click on it, you'll see that there are more effects here. And then you can animate it if you want to have a GIF or a video. There's more options here. You can paste the style. So you can copy the style, and then let's say I want to have it also on this. You just click on the element, it will paste the style on top. But now it makes no sense because the text is too big. So to undo anything, you can click on this little arrow here, or you can just choose Ctrl Z on your keyboard, or on Mac Command Z, and then it will also undo it. So I'm just going to click on this, and then you see it changes it. So for text, you can also adjust the position. So you can just make it the top of an element or in the middle of the element. So now it just takes the whole Canva as the element. So it makes no sense. So what we're going to undo what I just did. So the position is always to the background. You can see align to page. Now you can also create groups, and then while holding shift, you click on the other element as well. and now the both are selected, and I can group them. Now they act together. So if I move one, the other one will move as well. You can see like this. And here you can ungroup them. With text, again, you can also rotate it by selecting these two arrows. You can see you can rotate as you please. And then you can resize it by changing this one. If you like this video so far, consider clicking on the thumbs up because it really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Then let's move on to the other elements. So for example, this is just a normal element, and you can also adjust this. And if you see here at the top, you can choose the color. So let's say I want to make it more blue, something like that. And then again, you can rotate it or resize it if you want to. Choose the position, so align to the page, top, left, middle, up to you. You can also bring it to front or backward if you want to. I think this is useful. I use it a bit differently. So if you right click on any of the elements, you can also send them back or forward. So if I send this back, you'll go behind this blue element, but I don't want that. And let's just add a new element here. So let's say I want to add, I don't know, a person here. So if I just type in person, then you're able to search for it. So now it will suggest photos and graphics. But if you just want graphics, then you can select from here and this will filter out. You might have noticed that there's this crown, so that just means it comes only with the pro account, so you cannot use it with the free account. But all the others are free. So let's say I want this girl, I can just drag her here, or I can just click on the image and it will add it in the middle of Canva. So you can see now I can add her here. If I click on it, there's more options here. I can really customize for this specific element. There's many colors you can change. So her hair color, the background itself. If that's not to my liking, I can change it to a bit more blue like this. Everything else is fine for me. The only thing is now the text is behind her, but I want to bring it up a bit. So again, right click on it, on this element, and bring to forward. So now you can just move this text and now they both fit. And maybe I can change the way it's aligned here. So maybe I want to have a left align, or could also work with the right align like this. How's it going so far, Clint?
With all due respect, sir, you're beginning to bore the hell out of me.
Now, let's say you want to have a photo. So again, I go to photos. In this case, I already search for person. I can add, for example, this guy to the Canva like this. And you can see it makes no sense in an infographic, but just to show you in this tutorial how it works. So you bring him up here, bring the image, and with images, you have more effects. So you can go to effects tab here. And now you can add some filters like in Instagram. So for example, you can add something like this. It will directly just add it in on the image. Another super cool feature of this is that you can add it to the smart mockups. Let's take a look how that looks like. What it does, it takes the existing image and adds it to this image. So you can see now the guy is inside the phone. This is super cool because now you can add yourself and then you are inside the phone or whatever is your creative inspiration for this. And with images, you can also add filters, as I mentioned, and all kinds of effects here in the effects tab. If you're into shadows, you can add that. These are all kinds of filters. With some, when you click on them, you need to connect. I guess it kind of installs like a little plugin. I'm not sure why you need to do this. I guess the page will be too heavy otherwise, but you can just play around with these. So there's much more than just the default ones. Now, one thing I want to mention, for example, with photos, you can animate them so they can appear from somewhere like this if you want to. The thing with this is obviously if it's a static image, then it's not going to be animated. So you need to have a GIF or a video, then you will see this. In my case, it's a static infographic. So I'm just going to delete this. Right click on this image and you can also delete the image from here. Now I didn't mention, but you can also change the background color, and all you have to do is select the background like this. And now you should be able to choose your preferred color from here. Could be black, but white actually works okay for this. Now everything looks good, but what if you want to add yourself to the image, but you don't want to show the background? Let me show you how you can remove the background from your images. So let's say you want to remove the background here. Unfortunately, the free plan of Canva doesn't come with this feature. What you can do instead is use a website like remove.bg. In this case, you just upload an image here and it will remove the background from it. So if I now upload an image, I guess this one should work. You can see it has a white background, but now the tool removes it automatically. Now, this works really well if your background is just one shade or one color, then it's very easy for the tool to remove it. But if it's very complex, that in the background, like with this girl, there's a lot of stuff happening, it might cut out too much or not enough. So you need to take a look how that works. Let's remove the guy. And in case you want more pages for this one, all you have to do is come here at the bottom. You can add a page like this by clicking on this thing, or let's remove this one, or you can do the same here at the top and click on this duplicate page. It just takes the page and duplicates it. In this case, now, for example, if I want to keep this header, I can keep the same and then just remove all the other stuff and use it as I please. But I don't need this. Let's remove it. And adding pages is useful when you're creating a PDF, or maybe you want to have multiple designs in one Canva, so that just makes it a bit easier. So once you're done with your design, you can just click on this download button here at top, or you can select it from these three dots, also download. Now, this will suggest you something by default. If you added some animations, it will say download it as a video, but obviously if it's a static image, then you should just add it as a JPEG. Quickly about the formats, use PNG when you have a transparent background. Otherwise, your go-to format is JPEG for static images. Then PDF is best for documents or presentations, SVG for logos and graphics for your website, MP4 for videos, and GIFs for moving images, like this meme. So I would like to have a JPEG like this. Now, the bad thing is with the free plan, you cannot resize this. So with the free plan, you need to be careful before you start with this, that you make sure that the size is correct from the start. Otherwise, you cannot resize it here. And the quality will be always at 80. It's decent quality, but it's not the highest you can get. With the pro plan, you can increase that, or you can just choose that yourself. And once you're done, you just download it. Here at the bottom, you'll see that it's now downloading it. Save it on your computer. And here, if I take a look at it, you see that it's now a JPEG on my computer. Great, now I can place this on my website or do with it whatever I want. Another tip I want to give you is once you are ready here, and once you get to really using Canva, it's very useful if you go to the home page. You'll notice actually now it's in your designs here. The infographic should appear here. But basically what I wanted to show you is this brand kit. So if you select the brand kit, here you're able to add your own logo, your own brand color. So let's say I want to change something. Let's add some colors that are really just for my brand. These are really random what I'm adding, but you can add 3 in the free plan, and with the 4th one, you need to upgrade to Canva Pro, but even with 3, you can work already. And same thing, you can add fonts. Unfortunately, that's only possible with the Pro plan. And if you want to upload your own fonts, that's also possible with the Pro plan. And this just speeds up your process later on because you're able to use the default colors and fonts, and you don't need to redo that because you probably just have certain features that you always use. As you can see, it's pretty easy to use Canva in any of your projects. Now, Canva is not as powerful as Photoshop, but it can do like 80% of the things. And the pre-built templates make it a powerful tool for your social media and websites because they already have the right dimensions, so you can just throw in some elements there and you're ready to go. And since you now know how to use Canva, let me show you my favorite websites to get royalty-free stock images and illustrations for my website. You can learn more about that in this video right here. Oops.